Hi guys, welcome back to the videos on C programming language. What's that we are going to do in today's session? If you remember, we had started with some term works in the previous session. I happened to execute around 4 term works, and today I'll be taking up the fifth term work. Okay, so what is that fifth term work? I have it here on the comment line. Program to accept 3 sides of the triangle. Okay, triangle and calculate its area. Okay, so there are two different means of calculating the area. If you could recall the classes that that has dealt with calculating the area of various geometrical figures, if you remember, if we had to calculate an area of a triangle, one formula says that if we should be having base and height, then the formula is going to be half base into height. But in case if it is if the 3 sides of the triangles are being given, then you should be calculating it with an appropriate formula. Okay, so what is that I'm going to do now? Okay, let's get started with the program. So hash include, right, stdio dot h, then we have void, we have main, then we have, what is this, let's say integer. We are going to accept 3 sides. Let me call them as ABC, right? I'm going to take one more variable called as s. Then I am going to use one more variable called as area. Now you may say, how is that we are going to calculate this? Okay, what's the formula, right? Let's check out what's the formula, right? So what we are going to do here is, first let us accept the 3 sides of the triangle slash n, enter, right? Enter the 3 sides of the triangle, enter the 3 sides of the triangle. Okay, and then we are going to accept it, scanf %d %d %d, so it's going to be stored into ampersand a, ampersand b, and we have ampersand c. So it's going to be stored into the 3 things. So what's the formula? First we need to calculate s. So s is nothing but a plus b plus c, the whole thing divided by 2. So we need to first calculate the s. Okay, after doing this, now we are all set ready to calculate the area of a triangle wherein the sides are being given to us. So what's the formula? It is a square root of, okay, so I have a square root function, sqrt, of course. This is an inbuilt function. It is an inbuilt function. So when you are using this function, what did I tell you all people? You need to include, okay, what is that? A math.h file, correct? You need to include math.h file. So square root area is equal to square root of s into, okay, s minus a, right? Then into, what is that? S minus b into s minus c. Okay, so this ends the bracket for your opening bracket for square bracket. Here, this is how we calculate square root of s in the bracket, s minus a, s into s minus b, and into s minus c. So we got the area. Fine. So what we are going to do now? We are going to print this slash n. Okay, area is equal to %d, comma, what is that? Area is what we are going to calculate. Get ch, and here we get. I have already saved this as CPP, so I need to change it, people. So this is going to be tw5.c. Okay, I'll save this as .c file. Now all set ready. So control F9 is to run, else you can run it. Okay, so it's asking me to enter the sides. I'll say enter 10, 20 and 30 are the sides of the triangle. I'm getting 0. What's the reason I'm getting it as 0? Okay. We have accepted, it is perfect, right? So S into fine, everything is correct. So what is making it go wrong? So Alt F9, Control F9. Okay, I'll enter 555. Hope yes, here we get. So if you want to give this in centimeters, suppose if it has been entered in the centimeters, you can say centimeters. Okay, let me run it again with some other values. 3, 5 and 3. Okay, here I get 0 again. Control F9. I'm going to enter 6, 7 and 8. I'm getting something. Okay, great. So let me make it as float and check. Okay, square root. I don't think we'll be able to calculate. No, this need not be a float. It can be only integer, not a props. Okay, so the program is all ready. So this is how you have got to calculate the area of a triangle when the sides are being given. Okay, hope I am clear. Hope I am clear. Okay, let me run this again. I'll give some values. I'll say 10, 5 and 10. I'm getting some value right. So this is how we are going to calculate the area. Right? Fine. Good. So this is the fifth term work. Let's move on to the sixth term work. Let me check what we have as the sixth term work. Okay. So the sixth term work is here. I'll open this TW6. Right. What it says, I'm going to say F5 to maximize the screen. Program to calculate area and circumference of the circle, which I have done before. We know how to calculate. I have done it in one of the video, how to calculate the area of circumference and the circle, but still just I'll use your 2 minutes. Okay, hash include, right, stdio.h, right, then void main, right. Then what do I have? What do I need? I need to have the radius of the circle. Then we are going to calculate an area. Then we are going to calculate what is that? Circumference of the circle. Okay, so you can use the semicolon here. Of course, I want my output to be on the cleared screen. So what I'll say now, I'll say printf /n. I'll say enter radius of the circle. Here we go. Right. Then I'll say scanf. Okay, percentage d comma. I'm going to accept r. Next I will say, after accepting this, what's that? How do we calculate the area? Area is equal to pi r square. So what is pi? 3.142 pi r square. So you can use r into r, right? And circumference, okay, I've used it as CIR, is equal to 2 pi r, right? So 2 into 3.142. People, please remember, I've used different ways of defining and all. Please watch the previous video with the same type of for the same program. Okay, so /n area is equal to percentage d. Use the appropriate specifications, or you can also use what you call it as units, correct? Circumference is equal to percentage d comma CIR. Here we go, complete the bracket, semicolon. Okay, get ch, and here we go, right. Save this, please mind you, it has been saved as CPP. So by mistake I saved it as CPP. So let me save this as .c. Great. So now I'm going to run this program, control F9. There are two errors. What is that? Yes, here we haven't used the double quotes. Okay, it's, this is how you are not supposed to learn how to debug the program as well, right? So suppose if I give the radius of the circle, so here we have the area and the circumference. I didn't use n, that's the very reason we are getting it on a singles. Okay, here we go. This is it. This is it. Here CIRCL. Okay, here we go. This is perfect. So this is how you are supposed to write a program to calculate the area of circumference. If you could recall, I said before I could start with the term works. I told you that there are 6 term works which are on sequential programs, right? And I have around 5 programs which are on selection type of program construct. Okay, those 5 programs we are going to do next. But before we go for that, I just want to show you all how the journal looks like, how I want your journal to how I want you to write the journal. So I have a copy of that. I just want you all to know how to it should be written, so that we can proceed further with a new set of term works. Okay, here let me take this, right? So now this is your, let me start with the very first one. If you remember, the very first term work was to write a C program to find square, cube and square root of a number. Then this, look at this, you are supposed to write your name. Then here we have okay, this exam seat number is supposed to be written somewhere here. Then we have, this is your first term work. Then you are whatever the roll number has been given to you, here you have to mention the problem definition, in the sense what is that you are writing the program for. Write a C program to find square, right, cube, then square root, right, square root of a number, right? So you are going to find out a square, cube and square root of a number. So for that you need to first write an algorithm. Okay, remember we have studied something called as algorithm, a step-by-step procedure to perform a task. So this is your algorithm for the first program. You will have to draw the flow chart also for that. Okay, you will have to draw the flow chart as well. So here we go, this is your flow chart. I said it should be strictly into pencil. You can see that the flow chart has been drawn, okay, for this program. Followed by this, you have the source code. Look at this. This is the source code, right? This is the program that has been written. And then what are the outputs? At least minimum 1 or 2 outputs I want you all to write. So this is your first output. This is your second output. Okay, so this is the way you people are supposed to write your journal. Moving on to the next one, let's check. Okay, I have this name, then I have okay, exam seat number, we have roll number, the term work 2. You have to display the ASCII code of the entered character. So we have the ASCII code for this. This is your algorithm. This is your flow chart. Okay, this is your flow chart. You can see this, right? Fine. So next you have, this is a program, right? And here we have the output. Minimum 2 output I wanted, so I just have the output. Next I have the third program which converts the temperature which has been read in Celsius to Fahrenheit degrees. Write a C program to convert temperature in Celsius to Fahrenheit degree. So we have this, right? This is the formula. This is the algorithm, right? This is the flow chart for that. This is the flow chart for that. And then you have the source code and the output for it. Okay. Similarly, we next have the fourth term work. We next have the fourth term work, wherein we need to calculate the simple interest and the compound interest. Okay, so this is your algorithm, right? Remember, this we have done in school, how to calculate the simple interest and how to calculate the compound interest, right? Right. So check out whether we have that -1 or no. Right. So this is your flow chart. This is your flow chart. Great. Then we also have something called as what you call it as source code for it, and then we have the two results. Okay. So next, fifth one, we calculated just now into this video the area of a triangle wherein the sides have been given. This is your algorithm. This is your flow chart. Okay. Then I also have a source code for you, right? So this is your source code. Next we have the outputs. Similarly, we also have the last one to go, which I did it very recently to calculate the area and circumference of a circle. Here this is an algorithm, the flow chart, okay, the source code for it and the output for it. So people, these were some of the 6 programs, these were 6 programs under the sequential type of program construct into your journal as the term works. Moving on, we have the next term work which are done in based on the concept of sequential type of program construct, selection type of program construct, which you can also call it as decision making statements is what we are supposed to use. Conditional statement is what we are supposed to use. So we will be talking about these programs into my next video. Till then, please stay safe. Thank you so much.